Hi, my name is Morgan Flynn. I'm 17 years old from McMath Secondary. My main sport is soccer, but I've played other sports like basketball, track, cross country, and swimming. Right now, I've committed to the University of Idaho for my season of 2019.
I've known Morgan for many years, and she is an incredible athlete. She just skirted over all of the sports that she does, but in fact, every one of them she works really hard at. She's an amazing teammate. She's a really dedicated athlete, and I'm so thrilled to have her with us today.
Aw, thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Morgan, having played so many different sports, can you tell me a little bit about some of the issues that you've seen around managing conflict?
So I've been in a lot of team sports, and I think the biggest issue on team sports, especially when you get older and you start high school sports, is definitely cliques. And I think a problem with cliques on different teams is it causes separation when you play. For example, for me, if I'm on the field and I see someone that I would usually pass to and they would usually pass to me, and if there's a problem within the team, they won't pass to me, and that could cause a problem with the play.
And Morgan, what are some of the things that your coaches or some of the leadership on your teams have done to manage cliques when it's become a problem?
I think the biggest thing is taking some time outside of the soccer field and outside of practices and just discussing it. We've been to the Oval many times with my club, Fusion FC. Basically what happens when we go to the Oval is everyone will go into a room, we'll all sit down, there will be no cliques, everyone sits together in the room, and the coach will lead a discussion. And the discussion will be more about the different types of ways that we can fix cliques issues on the field, different ways we can fix other issues such as like not passing to each other, yelling at each other, getting angry on the field when we should be just calm, and we'll all just talk about it. No names will be brought up, it'll be a safe environment, and everyone will have input on their issues. So last time, for example, I talked about how sometimes people get a little too angry on the field when they should just be calm, and it causes more and more problems. And the coach recommended that instead of yelling on the field, if they make a mistake, if someone else makes a mistake, they'll just take a step back, just breathe, and think about, instead of a way to be negative, think of a way to be positive when you yell. So for example, instead of saying, hey, why didn't you pass me the ball, be like, hey, I was open, by the way, or maybe not even add by the way, but just be like, hey, I'm open on the wing if you want to pass to me, and just stuff like that to make sure that it's always positive on the field so we can always go and get the win.
That's fantastic, Morgan. And what have been some of the results of that? Have you seen any difference on your team?
So we just did our preseason, and we didn't do as great as we wanted to, so we decided to go and have just a big discussion. So one of our goals for this main season coming up is winning provincial. So one of the ways that we're going to do that is just everyone just be positive on the field. And I mentioned it earlier, but I think a big thing is that what creates cliques on field is that a group of girls will be super, super nice to one in the group in practices on the field and just yell at other girls on the field, which is horrible. You don't want that on your team. So a way that a coach said to fix that is just everyone be calm, be breathing, and just be inclusive on the field. Make sure you make the easy passes instead of looking for just your friend on the field, and just making sure you get the play moving.
And Morgan, do new players ever join your team, or is it always the same group of girls?
So I actually recently joined a new team. This is my second year, and I was very surprised. I was well received. They included me in everything. I was really impressed because usually I'm used to having cliques on team, and my team is perfect. You would say there's no cliques. There might be a few cliques, but it's not bad cliques. It's just because two girls will go to the same school and they'll always drive to practice, but they're not cliques on the field. Everyone is inclusive, everyone's together, and it's really great. And so far, we haven't had any new girls join our team other than a few teammates last year, but whenever new teammates come in, it's super positive energy, and we just want to get to our goal of winning provincials.
Thanks, Morgan. Morgan, what I've noticed is that cliques happen everywhere. So in high school, you always see cliques. There's certainly lots of movies about cliques.
Yeah.
How does it specifically impact sports?
I think the biggest reason why cliques would impact sports is because those who play sports tend to get very invested in the sport, and they just want to play their best always. They invest in the friendships that come with sports, and just honestly, they spend a lot of their time doing sports, and they want to be happy. So cliques will come when another girl on the team won't make you happy, and another girl will make you happy, so you tend to gravitate towards that person instead, and that creates the divide. Instead of solving the issue with the other person, you just tend to ignore it, and that will create a clique, and I think that's the reason why it impacts it.
Thanks, Morgan. Is there something that you described how coaches can support a team to move past that and embrace sort of a culture of positivity? Is there something that the actual athletes can do as well?
I think as an actual athlete, instead of gravitating towards that divide, you should just break it and go talk to the other person. See why they're making it unhappy. Just go to them individually instead of saying to your friend, hey, I don't like this person because of A, B, and C. Just go to the person, discuss what's the issue, because maybe they have issues too. And if you can discuss it together and be mature about it, I think that'll show a lot for both of you on the field or on the court or on the hockey ice or something.
Hey, Morgan, time for the firing round.
I'm so ready.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
Nadia from Now What?
Yay! What's your favorite TV show?
The Office, hands down.
Love The Office.
So funny.
Who's your favorite character on The Office?
Definitely Dwight.
Mine too. Who's your favorite athlete and why?
Favorite athlete would be LeBron James, basically mostly because he is a all-around great guy. He always gives back to the community.
LeBron's the best. And finally, what's your Subway order?
BLT, no cheese, toasted with ranch dressing, cucumbers, tomato, red onions, and a little bit of salt and pepper.
Nice. Do you generally do 6-inch or foot long?
12-inch, all the way.
All the way.
I'm hungry.
She burns a lot of calories, this girl. Thanks for interviewing.
Thanks for having me. It was so much fun.
Thanks, Mo.